This is your daily horoscope for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. All times are Pacific Standard Time. Okay, today is a biggie because we have a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. Eclipses are big deals on their own because they usher in a period of fated beginnings and endings. But this one is a big deal because it is in a brand new sign. For the past year or so, we've been experiencing eclipses on the Virgo-Pisces axis. And today marks a shift. This is our first eclipse in the sign of Aquarius, which will usher in a brand new series of fated events, beginnings, and endings in the sections of our birth chart that are associated with Leo and Aquarius. Now, the action starts out around 1:30 a.m. when the moon in Aquarius forms a square with Uranus and Taurus. And this is going to bring unexpected events our way, big feelings, the sudden urge to push out of the status quo or a shell, or to take a risk, or to show up more authentically. If you're trying to sleep around this time, maybe you're having some trouble sleeping. And this Uranian energy is going to be baked into the new moon solar eclipse. So whatever beginnings or endings or fated changes that are taking place around this time might feel shocking or uncertain or even inspirational or exciting, but definitely destabilizing in some way. This energy does evoke uncertainty, but it also gives us the courage to deviate from the norm and try something new and innovate, which most certainly will push us down a new path in a direction that is fated. Now at 4:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, and this is taking place at 28 degrees. So even though this is a new moon, which oftentimes are associated with new beginnings, setting intentions, the fact that this eclipse is taking place at almost the final degree in Aquarius signifies and signals that there is some sort of ending that is also occurring under this eclipse. Now, what also makes this eclipse a big freaking deal is that it is ruled by Saturn. And at this point, Saturn is inching its way, just a few days away from forming a conjunction with Neptune. I'm sure you've heard me say a lot about that. Saturn and Neptune conjunctions happen only once every 36 years or so. The last one was in 1989. And personally and collectively in the Aries section of our chart, because that is where Saturn and Neptune are currently in the sky, there is going to be some sort of rebirth. And this will bring up big feelings. When Saturn and Neptune come together, it's not all just butterflies and rainbows. Initially, it can really bring a sense of disillusion and disappointment. Now, that very intense planetary combination, which we will get into on the February 20th episode, or if you want instant access to it, you can join me over on Patreon for $3 a month. That planetary pairing is ruling this eclipse. It is baked into the energy of this eclipse. So the eclipse is looking to Saturn and Neptune to kind of inform the energy and the events that are going to transpire. So you can see why this eclipse already starts to feel even more impactful. It's in a new section of our chart. It's at almost the final degree of Aquarius, and it's ruled by this very rare planetary combination. Let's not forget, it is also square Uranus, the planet of unpredictability and instability and innovation and change. It is very likely for many of us that we come out the other side of this eclipse and collectively looking and feeling completely different. Leaning into your authenticity is going to be a superpower under this eclipse. When we have eclipses in the sign of Aquarius, it brings attention to the collective. The Leo-Aquarius axis, Leo represents the self and Aquarius represents the collective, your friendships, your community. So on a very practical level, this can be an important time for you to reflect on your relationship within your own community. Do you know your neighbors? Have you been to your local library? Is there a local supermarket that you can shop at and support versus a big chain? You might find yourself making unexpected connections under this eclipse. You might feel called to take surprising actions in standing up for what you believe in and for other people. And hey, that's not a bad thing. Aquarius also has to do with the future and some of our hopes and our dreams. And it's ruled by Saturn as well, which has to do with boundaries and limits and responsibility. So this could also be a powerful time to reflect on your hopes and dreams for your future. And how can you funnel what you are working towards, what you are building, to benefit the collective in some way as well. And there might also be personal developments regarding some of your goals and dreams too. Today's energy is definitely going to ask you to go with the flow and just keep in mind that there might be some surprises that pop up throughout your day. Now, later on around 6 a.m., Venus in Pisces forms a conjunction with the North Node in Pisces. This is going to bring some sort of fated moment regarding your relationships, your personal values, or even your relationship with creativity or your finances. And this could look like meeting someone that feels fated, or creating something that awakens something within you, or embodying your values in a way that feels aligned and with your destiny. This is taking place around 8 degrees of Pisces. So if you have any planets or placements around 8 degrees of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, you'll feel the effects of this the most intensely. And finally, around 6 a.m., the moon will enter Pisces.